Hi everyone, it's Dawn from Restoring Hope Retreats. I'm going to try again to get Annette on here so we can have a live discussion on using the body as a tool for inner peace. Let me just give her an invite. Okay, can you see me?
I can see you now.
Oh, wonderful. Oh,
Yay!
good. Okay. Technology is my nemesis. It really is. I swear. It's like I
Yeah,
never know what's going to happen.
true. It's like, okay.
So, how are you? I would say good morning, but Annette is over in Sweden, so it's almost
Yeah,
evening,
but
right?
yeah. So it's evening, early evening, and it's a rainy day and it's very dark. Usually it's very light in Sweden this time, but it's like dark today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to have the lighting on.
Well, you're not missing anything here. I mean, there's sunshine, but it is hot. So,
Yeah, hot
we've,
is that. Oh,
yeah, we've
I'm
been.
so excited for us to invite everyone to our retreat, the 27th of September.
Yes,
Yay!
I know. I'm so excited to do another one, and I can't believe like it just seemed to go so fast. The first one, it's like we were planning it and then it happened, and it's been great. I've been hearing feedback still from all the women who came to it, and I know everybody's excited for the next one. So I'll let you start. Go ahead. Let's talk a little bit about what they can expect on the next retreat for Restoring Hope.
Yes, we are having the body as a tool, using the body as a tool for healing, for new awareness, for anything. So how much do you use your body and
Yeah.
listening to your body? It starts with relaxing and listening to your body. So that's what I love with starting the retreat. You will take them to relaxing with walking meditation first. So we will start the morning with that. So do you want to tell more about
Yeah.
walking
So
meditation?
one of the things, well, before we get into the details of that, I just wanted to say, like, going back to what you said, using the body as a tool, there's so much complexity to this gift that we were given, right? That we're born into. And, between the chemical makeup, how our chemicals can fire up and cause different reactions and responses physiologically in our body. And then again, just the electricity of it all, right? The neuroplasticity. We talk about brain waves and what that does and how they all tie in together. And then just noticing sensations, like the physical sensations as they arise, the tightness, the clammy hands, the coolness, the warmth. There's so many different things that this body gives us to let us be aware of what's starting to come up so we can move through it. And I really am excited to, talk about all the different modalities that we're going to use at the retreat to, again, foster that awareness so people can start to, like you said, it's all about slowing down, right? Taking that pause and take that breath. And so walking meditation is a great way to kind of connect to just every footfall. So what we're doing in walking meditation is we're actually, outside in nature, and we're using that connection, of course, the energetic connection between ourselves, our body, and the earth. We all know what we call gravity, right? But that's a grounding energy, really, that magnetizes us to the earth. And when we really tune into that, we become present. That helps us, like you said, Annette, slow down and become aware of what's going on. And then in walking meditation, what we do is we go through how to connect to each footfall. So as you take your steps, each footfall will connect you and keep you present. So much like in like a physical asana yogic practice where we're doing poses and we connect to our breath in all the poses, we're kind of doing that only in a walking meditation with the actual physical touching of the foot on the earth beneath us. And then, of course, we'll move from there into how to take a few steps. Then we pause. We tune in to see what's going on in the mind, right? Because that's what meditation is all about, is observing our crazy mind and how busy it likes to be. And then connecting that again to any sensations that might start to arise in the body. Um, so walking meditation, yeah, I'm super excited to get people involved in that. And it's such a different style of meditation, because most people think meditation is only sitting on a cushion, with your eyes closed, and that couldn't be further from the truth. You can do meditation in all different atmospheres.
Yeah, I totally love that. So so let's talk about the different way, all the different way. So we have to connect to our body, listen to our body, sensation in the body, and then we have move. So you are both movement and relaxation at the same time, because you're not walking normal pace, like you are really slowly. It's not about walking a long distance. It's about,
No, not at all. Yeah, it's very slow, methodical movements, and a very mindful. It's a mind. I always tell people, meditation is just a formal practice of mindfulness. So what we're doing is we're taking the mindfulness um, practice where you're staying present, on purpose in the present moment, right? And you're being aware without judgment. That's a big kicker with when it comes to mindfulness. So we're kind of doing that same thing, only in a moving meditation where we're becoming mindful, we're slowing down, we're just taking a few steps in a slow, methodical movement, and then pausing, observing the mind, and then we'll observe the body as well. So we'll go through different practices of every few steps, how to touch into that observation of both body and mind.
yeah, thank you for it's so enticing, so description, like, yes, can we do it now? And then, do you want me to talk about how how you communicate and can recreate trauma and get rid of pain with sound?
Yes, I love everything that you are doing. I know you just recently were facilitating at a retreat over there, and I, I talked to Annette, and she was so excited to share all the insights and the transformations. So, yep, I'm going to pass the baton over to you and let you talk a little bit about, what actually is healing through sound.
Yeah, I would like to start with talk about sound healing versus polyphonic sound.
Yes,
Probably you have heard about sound healing. You may have experienced Tibetan balls or crystal balls, gong, yeah, any instrument, drums, the shamanic drums, and you feel how you relaxes and healing absolutely can take place. So in this polyphonic sound, it's called the inner wave method. We use layered sound, so it may not be like it. We want to get the brain out and mind out of the comfort zone. So here it's not about us observing the mind at all. Actually, you can't, because this layered sound, it could be nature sound, a singing voice, someone speaking, it could be any noise or sound. I'm purposely saying noise or sound because you would think it sounds like you can't follow with thought. You can't make a melody of it. That's on purpose. And when you do that, you forces the brain to make new connection. So the neuron will then send the transmission and new information in the brain. So you can imagine if you then are very stressed, you have a stressed brain, and you use a very limited amount of the brain, and
Yeah.
you want to use as much and have as much connection between the both brain half and the whole brain. So you force new connection, which means you will have new awareness, you will have more of your brain, which enable both to resolve trauma, PTSD, and creating new connection. You can also have new awareness and state of consciousness.
Yeah.
So there is like, if you think, and not only that, it's also every cell in the body will vibrate with this sound.
That's fascinating.
And yeah, so all the brain gets activated, all the cells in the body. And of course, then it also helps you regulate the nervous system. And you relaxes. When you relaxes, the cell can take the shape they have when they are totally healthy. So you kind of speed up, like what meditation does and sound healing. This is you speed up. So it's in one journey. We talk about the journey because you take it from the lower delta, which is like the sleep when you're sleeping, to quite awake, alpha, gamma, and you go through to mimic the circadian rhythm that the Mother Earth has. So it takes you on a journey. So you will experience a lot of things. So then you have time, and at the same time, very short time, you can change a lot. And
So,
not only that, you have also, it lasts. You get the lasting effect of. And of course, I mean, you don't do everything in one session, but it's amazing what can occur in just one session. And you have also experienced it twice, actually. You have experienced, so you, your take on meditation and sound, what would you say? Is there something you would like to add to that with
yeah,
your
I
experience?
think that was the big thing that I wanted people to be aware of it is that even though you're going through the different um, frequencies, like you said, delta, beta, theta, um, as you move, as your brain syncs up and moves through these frequencies, and you're taking this up and down journey, you do feel completely safe. You know, there is no like you'll feel things arise and fall as you move through it. And I think that for some of us it was more visual, like I definitely was seeing more colors and that kind of a thing. And it was for someone who's been meditating for, my gosh, almost like 40 years at this point, it it really brought me to that state of that place where I could experience, like you said, trauma, things that were stuck in my body that were starting to come to the surface. but not in a place where I felt like I had to react to it. I was just watching it. And that is what meditation has always given me my whole life. So I had no idea. I had no idea that you could have sound have that same experience for your body. But again, this tool that we're given, going back to that, is just so it's so miraculous to know how to just tap into the different areas of how you can move and heal. Sound, polyphonic sound, Annette, I mean, when you introduced me to it, I was blown away. But that was the big thing I wanted to stress to people, because I think when they hear us say trauma, they get nervous that it's going to feel too hard or uncomfortable or scary, and it's not. It's
No,
definitely the same as being in a meditative state where you feel completely um, in, in the depth of your being, where you're calm, but you're able to see it all. And I mean that, seeing it with like your mind's eye. You know, you're just seeing it all kind of unfold, and you're experiencing the different movements and sensations in the body as you move through the different sound frequencies. And then at the end of it all, I think the big thing, maybe you could talk a little bit about that, is how then you, once you take them through this journey, how it integrates back at the end. When you
yeah,
do
at the
this, what
end
do you
you
do with the
spend
sound?
time, yeah, you spend time then to delta, and babies, they come in and have the delta brainwaves. They don't develop at the next level until like they're 2 years old. So that's why they sleep a lot. So anyway, back to that. So you have a chunk of time, 10, 15 minutes, just enveloping in this calm uh, delta low brainwave. Is really, really calming and soothing. So you come out totally relaxed, renewed. And I was also, not everyone is experiencing something during the journey. So for me, for example, I had the sensitivity to sound. As a noise, I would just freeze. My nervous system would just freeze. And if I heard an ambulance or car, uh, hear noise, my body would just clench up. So I notice this afterwards. So it could be that too, that you just feel relaxed and you don't see anything. Then you go out in life and that's when you notice the change. And that is for, even if you have an amazing journey, you will notice that it has a lasting effect when you go out afterwards, because you react different and you never can't predict what's going to happen afterwards. But that
Yeah,
is so cool that uh, you, yeah, could behavior change. Anything is possible. So it's
I'm
just,
glad you brought that up, because that's something that I often do when I work with clients and people for meditation. Is it's very interesting, what you just touched on, how our minds, our our egoic part of our construct of our mind always comes in to every situation saying, this is how it's going to be, right? I know I'm going to have this amazing journey, and I'm going to have these emotional insights, and I'm going to come out of it, and angels will be singing to me, right? And it comes up with all these ideas, and then these, if we don't address the fact that we should be aware of these preconceived ideas and outcomes that the mind has, then we get caught up in them. And then if the experience, that's kind of funny, right? If the actual reality of experience does not match the illusion of what the mind thought it was supposed to be and predict, then it becomes a failure. And that's so important for people to have that awareness too before they come into a session with you and for meditation with me, is that, okay, hey, let's just take a moment and see what's the mind doing. What is it saying
mm,
that it should sound like, feel like, taste like, smell like, everything, right? And then, okay, now that we're aware we had all these ideas, can we just put them aside? They're just ideas. And now let's get present and just let the experience be whatever it's going to be. Because, like you said, every time it's different. And I've been through a couple sessions with you for polyphonic sound. Each time it's been different. Um, One time I had a huge emotional insight. I don't want to share too much personally, but about my dad who passed away a few years ago. And there was all this that bubbled up for me. But another time it was just, it was like almost a big release of something that I was going through. I had, some other emotional things happening. That was the first time I did the session. So, and same thing when I do meditation. You sit on the cushion and you never know what's going to arise. But that's the beauty of the practice is your body, again, going back to your body is a tool that's going to, well, this is ready to come out and it's just going to bubble it up and bring it to the surface. And then now you have a beautiful way to move through it with polyphonic sound, with meditation. And I think that the insights that come even days later to me are the big things
are
that I
are the
really enjoy.
actually the most valuable. And I also, so talking about your body, you just have to bring your body and lay down on a yoga mat for 1 hour and 15 minutes. And there is nothing to do, just receive the sound.
Yeah,
And the body will do its things, and your being, your spirit is just going along with the body, and together they take you on a journey. And yeah, how magic is that, and how empowering. I really think it's really empowering, and it reminds us of how amazing our bodies are doing meditation and sound, yoga, anything, and being mindful. And yeah, and in a journey with polyphonic sound, you don't have to focus on your mind at all. The polyphonic sound will take care of that kind. It's like it's hard to keep up the story, and the mind will try to follow it. Oh, this sounds weird. What is this? La la la. But after a while, you can't do. You just the mind gives up after a while. So
yeah.
I love that.
I do too, from someone who has been doing meditation for so many years. Um, you know, Observing the mind has become one of my most favorite activities, right? And it's really interesting to see how sure the mind can be about certain things, right? It's like, oh, I know what this is. This is, like you said, it'll listen to what's the sound frequencies and say, oh, well, I hear someone talking. What are they saying? And oh, this is odd, and oh, I don't like this sound. Oh, I don't like this. Oh, I love this. This is wonderful. And you just, when you watch it all play out, it's hilarious. But like you said, at some point, it keeps going in that circle, that loop, and it exhausts itself, and then it just it gives up, and that's when the magic happens.
Mm. Yeah.
That's so cool. I love it. I'm so excited to bring all these new tools and techniques and insights to everyone at the retreat. Um, it's yeah, it's something that as soon as we started talking about doing another retreat, it was like, oh, what about this? What about this? I just got so excited, and I know you did too. So yeah, this is really cool.
Yeah. And like our theme, the body as a tool. It's like when we ask that, is that enticing to you? Have you even thought about that your body is a tool for your life? How to live peacefully, happy, or joyfully? What are you looking for?
Yeah.
Healthy, more relaxed, less stress. So what if you don't look at, oh, I'm wrong, you're not wrong. So what if you can go in there, oh, I wonder what my body is going to take me on the journey on this retreat. Oh, just curious because, yeah, how often do we communicate with our bodies unless we are having a practice or going on a retreat or working with the tools like you and me? We kind of use it every day. I use it every day.
Absolutely. I mean, from the time I open my eyes in the morning, the practice starts. But it's not a doing. It's just a being. And I think that's what's so important for people to understand, because people approach coming into yoga, meditation, and even polyphonic sound thinking they have to do something. Oh, I'm going to do this technique now. And it's like,
No.
actually, that's your mind again trying to take control of the situation. You got to get out of your own way and let your body be this magnificent tool that it is. It will allow the insights to just arise, and as you relax into that being, that area of just being life, that's where all of this starts to just come up and release for yourself. And and you don't have to be sitting on a cushion, lying on a yoga mat, listening to sounds. All the tools and techniques that Annette and I both use on a daily basis, and what we teach to everyone is something you can do. Like I said, from the moment you get up in the morning, you open your eyes and you're having a cup of coffee, or brushing your teeth, or driving to work. There's so many different areas of how to just stay present in the body. And I mean, I can't say it enough, that, awareness is everything, right?
Yeah, yeah, totally. So we like you to reserve and look at the last weekend in September, the 27th of September. Put it
Yes.
in your calendar, and we will come out with registration and more information. And also we will have Instagram live each week. We will go deeper into what we are doing, what we will be being on the retreat, being and doing at the same time.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. Every Thursday, I think we're going to try, but it might not be Thursdays sometimes. But we'll let you
yeah,
know when. And the good thing about it is we do the live video, but then it posts, and you can watch it whenever you're meant to see it. You'll see it, but it'll be there for you. And yeah, so September 27th, we're super excited. And we'll have that registration link up soon. And I know we're going to do something like an early booking discount again. And of course, all our wonderful repeat clients, there'll be a discount for you as well. And yeah, we can't wait to see you. Can't wait to tell you more about this. Is just the beginning of a little flavor of what is going to be going on there. We have a lot of new things that are going to be happening. So super excited.
yeah, absolutely. And we are having fun, and we had fun at our first retreat, and that is what we like to convey. Yeah, not being serious. We are enjoying and having fun.
Yeah, that it's so important to understand that. Let's not take this life thing too serious, because um, we're all in it together, and I think it's just a matter of our energies connecting and kind of all flowing together, and enjoying the journey, because we're not meant to be here to resist it. We're actually meant to relax into it. So that's so important. And I love the sense also, and I'm sure I speak for you too, that the sense of community that we've been able to start building with the people who attended the first retreat, people who have just reached out and asked questions. This supportive network of just a loving, kind community. Um, I saw a quote once that said, "We're all souls just walking each other home," and I love that, and I think that really speaks to what you and I are trying to build here with Restoring Hope.
Yeah, can't wait to see you.
Ah, I know.
Yay!
All right.
Okay.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in. We'll see you again next week. And
Okay. Bye for now.
Annette, have a wonderful time over there. We miss you.
You too. Enjoy the heat.
Oh, yeah. All right. Bye.
Bye.